What's going on, people? Welcome to Live Palace News. I'm Dee and I'm joined by T here to look ahead to our next 10 games. It's going to be a very quick stream. We thought we'll jump on for about 10, maybe 15 minutes or even less than that to look ahead to our next 10 games. Massive games coming up. We just recorded the match preview that will be dropping tomorrow. As always, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on future Palace content. T, you're feeling a bit rough today. But you know, we got some difficult games coming up as well. So we're not gonna feel any better with these score predictions. But yeah, look, this is it. This can define. Well, this will define our season. It's so-called winnable games against easier teams and teams below us. And some of these games we have to win. So look, we're gonna go through our score predictions. If you guys want to get involved, if you're watching on replay, let us know in your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're watching it live as well, make sure to let us know in the comment section, in the live section as well. T, let's not waste any time because we haven't got much time. Let's bring up the fixtures on the screen so everyone can see. I'm already seeing a few wins. I'm seeing no wins as well. I'm seeing the full 30. So we've got variety already. Yeah, we've got variety already. Like we've seen some people saying we're picking up 30 points and others saying we're picking up 0 points. So can you see the screen?
Yep.
All right. Let's start off with our first game, Leicester. Technically, we've done our prediction already in the match preview. But yeah. So I'll start off with you. Leicester City at home. How many points are we picking up?
3.
3 points. Okay.
Yes.
You take note of your points, and I'll take note of mine, and then we'll combine it together at the end, yeah?
Yep.
All right, cool. So Leicester City, 3 points. I'm going to go for 1. Funny enough, it's...
That's different than your prediction?
Yeah, spoiler alert. It's different from our prediction.
He says it is bad.
You can change prediction whenever you want. I'm going to go for 1 point. I'm going to go for 1 point in the Leicester game. I'm going to go for the 1. All right, let me just note that down. So I'm going for 1 point in the Leicester game.
Okay.
That's my 1. And then let's move on to the next game, which is going to be Leeds away from home, Sunday, 9th of April. How do you see this one going? I'm trying to be pessimistic.
Okay. That's cool. I'm going to go 1 point.
1. I'm going to go for... So, okay. So I'm going to go for 0.
I'm about to say, don't be pessimistic and say 3 points.
No. I'm going to be pessimistic, but I think we're going to destroy them 5-0. I'm going to go for 0.
Okay.
0 points away from home against Leeds.
Okay.
So you're noting down your points, yeah? Then we'll combine it together. What's the chat saying whilst I bring up the next fixture?
Chat says we'll be okay with 4 wins. Roy will get 8 points. 12.
8. I've only got 1 so far. 12. All right, cool. Southampton away from home. It's going to be 15th of April, 3 p.m. kickoff. They're not doing too bad. They're weird side. I mean, they're still down there and they're struggling, but they can have performances in them. We've seen it lately with the new manager. They can turn up at times. Another away game, T. How do you see this one going?
0.
0.
I'll go 0.
Damn. All right. I'm going to go 1 again.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1 again. So I've got a draw, defeat, draw in our next 3 games. Saying, watch us win all these games now. I hope I'm wrong like that. Everton at home, 22nd of April. Now we're about 4 games in.
3 points.
Nearly halfway through.
3 points from
the final set of games. They've got Sean Dash. We know how they are on the dash. They can pick up points. They are struggling to score goals, but they're going to be also hard to beat as well, and we'll be struggling to score goals. So it's not going to be an easy one, but it's at home. Do you expect to win?
I'm saying 3 points there.
3. I'm going to go for 3 as well. What do you guys think? Everton. Let us know. I'm going to go for 3 points as well. Everton at home. Wolves away from home. They're a weird side. They got some quality players, but I mean, Leeds beat them literally in the last set of fixtures in the Premier League. So they're beatable, and we destroyed them under Vieira, but it's a midweek game. I don't know if we're going to do that under Roy Hodgson. I'll be honest, I don't know.
1 point.
I'm going to go for defeat. I'm going to go for defeat. I'm going for 0. I'm going for 0 in this game. I'm being extremely pessimistic, by the way. I'm being extremely pessimistic. What's the chat say so far? Is there any other updates?
Looks like nothing less than 3 points from all home games. Nick says 10 games, 15 points, 4 wins, 3 draws. Nick, doing my math, 4 wins and 3 draws. But yeah, that's right. Yep, 15 points. Okay, yep.
4 wins and 15. Okay, cool.
15. 15. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Now let's move on to West Ham at home. Now this game, I think we're winning this.
I think we're losing that one. I think we're losing that one.
All right, cool. I think I'm going for a win as well. That's free.
So now
we'll let you guys know our point tally at the end. So we're adding up individually, and then at the end we'll see.
I'm 2-2 right now. I think I'm 2-2.
So I'm going for 2 wins, 2 draws so far, and 2 defeats so far.
So we're both 2-2. Like. We're just picking different matches.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see in the end. Let's see you predict some more points because it's tight right now. Basically the same amount of points. Tottenham away from home. They got rid of 0. Conte. 6th of May. 0? Yeah, 0. I'm gonna go 0 as well. If it's about being pessimistic, you don't expect anything from Tottenham. That's not gonna happen. Bournemouth at home.
Win.
Yep. There's gonna be one of these games where we're just gonna slip up, aren't we? Like in terms of not the expectations are there, but will we match the expectations? That's another question. There's gonna be one of these games, and the Bournemouth one we're expecting to win at home. So I'm gonna say Palace being Palace. I'm gonna go worst case scenario. Well, worst case scenario would be a defeat, so it's not technically worst case scenario. But I mean, realistic worst case scenario. I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm going to go for a draw at home. So I think you got more points than me right now, as it stands, in terms of these predictions. And then let's move on. After Bournemouth, who else have we got? We got Fulham and we got Forest. So 2 more games. Fulham away from home, Forest at home. I'll start off with you. Fulham away from home.
1 point.
1 point. Yep. I'm gonna 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I'm gonna go for a defeat. I'm going to go for a defeat away from home. Saying that, they are slowly dropping off. They're not looking as the same, so potentially can get a draw there, but I'm going to go for a defeat anyways, just to be pessimistic. And their final game of the season, Forest at home, of course, the Sunday game, 28th of May. Do you think, all right, before you give me your point, Sally, do you think it will go down to the final game of the season for us to stay up?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So when do you think we'll stay up based on that? How many games in?
Either game 7 or game 8.
Game 7, game 8. So you think it's going to go down to the wire like that?
Possibly. Quite possibly. To like completely solidify it. It's like, okay, there's no way we're going down at this point wise. There's no possible way. Even if we lost these last 2, like, you know what I'm saying? I think we're speaking like mathematically, counting ourselves out of relegation completely. Yeah, probably like game 7, game 8.
Okay, game 7, 8. All right, cool. So Forest at home, then. At this point,
I'm going 1 point.
We stay it up. 1 point?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going for 3 because their form away from home is absolutely awful. Final game of the season. I think we've got that in our back. So now you add up your points, Sadie. Let me add up mine, and let's see how many points we got. So, what are you doing off your head?
13.
You got 13.
I'm at 3, 4, and 3. 3 wins, 4 ties, 3 losses.
So I've got 1, 2, 3 wins. I've got 1, 2, 3 draws. 1, 2,
and 4 losses.
4 losses.
So 3, and 4.
6, no, yeah. So
you're at 12 points then. You're at 12. I'm at 13.
12, 13. So only 1 point difference. So how many points have we got right now going into this Leicester game? Let's see now the league table. We've got 27. We've got 27.
So I would have us finishing with 40. You would have us finishing with 39. Both of those projections would give us mathematical safety, I do believe.
That's the thing. Like, look, even when you're looking at the results and trying to be pessimistic about making these score predictions, I mean, even when you're expecting the worst and you're expecting, I said what? How many defeats did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 defeats in our next 10
10.
games, and only picking up 1, 2, 3 wins. Still talking about 39 to 40 points. I mean, I know it will take. I mean, if we do go down, I've said this before. If we do go down, it's 100% on us because these 10 games we should
And it
be
would
picking
take
up
it
more
like,
points.
and think about that, D. It would really take us to have a really, really bad slide, like a really bad continued, like not even like, because from what everybody was saying, we haven't won a game this year, but it's not like we've lost every match either. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as dire as someone could try and make it out to be. But like, I think the whole piece about us getting relegated in these last 10, like, if we show just a decent amount of balance, we stay up. So it would take us to really have a bad slide for us not like to literally only get maybe one win out of the next 10 matches. And maybe if we go like 1, 2, and 7, we'll probably be in trouble. You know what I mean? And that's absolutely horrible for him.
Especially against teams that's struggling as well.
Exactly.
That's why I tried to go for the worst case scenario. I literally tried to go for the worst case scenario is just picking up 0 points, but I'm trying to be, as pessimistic as I can be.
Right.
And based on this, I mean, we're still 39, 40 points.
Yeah, because
do you think, how many points do you think it will take for a team to set up this year, anyways? I'm going for around
looking at
36,
the
maybe.
table, I say probably 36 to 38.
Then again, some of these teams, looking at the table, they got some tough games coming up. I mean, you look at the likes of
We have like
Forest.
if we look at strength of, like, you think about strength of schedule, we've probably got it the easiest out of all those
No,
teams that are in
we
there.
have by a fine margin, like
And it's
by a
and I'm
fine
so happy that
margin.
we finally have something nice to talk about when it comes to our fixture list. You know what I'm saying? Comparatively to, everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We finally have something to be happy about as far as what we're seeing in our fixtures and things.
Yeah, I think some of these teams got very difficult fixture list. Let's talk about Forest. They're struggling first of all to play away from home, as
Yep.
it stands, and they still got Villa to face away from home. We've seen
Yep.
how difficult that can be. They still got Liverpool. They got Man United at home. They got Brighton. They got
Like,
Brentford.
dude,
I mean, they got some difficult run of
that's
games,
like
and
5 or 6 losses possibly. Like, you
that's
know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
Like, they'll
So
be nailed on for relegation. Like, if they can't pull out, like, and even if they somehow, get some ties in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you out of those 5 matches, you get 2 ties, that's 2 points, and you take 3 L's. It's like,
let's just say this. I think we can both agree on this. As it stands, despite the panic, of course, it can still go horribly wrong. It'll be amazing for us to go down. And we're talking about a team that hasn't won a game in about 3 months. I
it
mean,
would
it'll
be a
be
historic
incredible for us to go
slide, bro.
down
Like, it would go down in history as one of the literally the worst slides of a Premier League
because it
squad.
means we will have to lose to teams that are below us, teams that are struggling.
Yeah,
It'll
because we're
be
talking about us being a team that was mid-table for almost 80% of the season. Because even when we were
12th.
going through stuff with Vieira, we were 12th. That's still
Exactly.
mid-table. So to go from mid-table to relegation, from where we were December, November-ish, to the end of the season and being in relegation, man, that's a historic slide.
Yeah. For example, let's look at Southampton quickly. Their fixtures, they've got City, they've got Arsenal, they've still got Newcastle to play. They've got us, of course. They've got West Ham and they've got Bournemouth. So they've got a few teams that's around them that might be a bit interesting. And then when you look at other teams, such as Bournemouth, also in the relegation zone right now, and the games that they got coming up, they've got the likes of Fulham to play. They've got Leicester
Top
to
eight.
play. They got Brighton.
Top
I
8.
think the Brighton game sticks out. Tottenham will sticks out for me.
Top 8.
Chelsea,
Top 8. Oh no, let's check
Man
out 10. Top 8.
United.
Top 8.
Then again, Bournemouth got some it can go either way for Bournemouth as well.
But
Some
that's
of
four.
these teams are
They got
facing each
four.
other as well.
They got 4 top 8 teams in their last 10 matches.
Yeah. Look, don't get complacent. 100%,
Not getting
100% agree on
complacent,
that.
not getting complacent, but also understanding that we have a much more fortuitous road to safety than other teams do. Which, at the same time, like we talked about, if we were to somehow find ourselves in relegation, going into relegation, it would be a historic slide because of the fact that our last 10 matches were tailor-made for us to stay up. That's what people would talk about. They would talk about the fact that other teams were in the relegation battle were playing top 6, top 8 teams in their last 10. And comparatively to us, we played 1 in our last 10.
Even the teams that are struggling, we got Leicester coming up. Even if we draw against them teams and we get these draws in the next 10 games, and let's say we get six draws or 7 draws, 7 draws, that might even be enough to keep us up like that as well. We're talking about getting no wins. If you get 1 win and loads of draws, I think that'll still be enough. You just can't lose to these teams because you're literally above them. So as long as you don't lose to them teams,
I don't like. In all honesty, D, thinking about this, man, my number for maximum amount of losses in these last 10 is 5. Like
I predicted 1,
the
2,
absolute
3,
most
4
we could have and probably still survive.
I predicted 4 whilst being, whilst trying to be very very wary of the situation. I still didn't predict 5. I think I'll be amazed if we get 5 defeats in the next 5.
Think about it. If you lose 5, you win 3 and draw 2. That's 11 points. That puts us at 38. Like that's like the edge. That's the very edge of safety probably in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because after that, it becomes sketchy, like of whether or not we could find safety, or depending on what other. Because the thing about it is, a big part of this too is not only what we're able to do, it's also what other teams around us are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking at Wolves' fixtures. They've got Brentford, they've still got Chelsea, they've got Man United to play as well.
So
they've got different games. But look, before we wrap this up, because we said we would be short, and as always, we always say it's going to be short, and we managed to go over time, which is our motto at this rate. But yeah, look, we spoke about the Leicester game in the preview. That's going to be dropping tomorrow, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled on that because it was a good one to record. Because there's lots of ifs and buts, and we tried to go through some of them and, some of the decisions that Roy will make. So that's an exciting show that we just recorded. But quickly, T, who do you think is going to go down then if it ain't Palace?
Bournemouth, Southampton, Everton.
Everton? Nah, man, surely not. Not
that's
Everton.
That's just me wanting to see Everton go down after so long. Like that's just realistically,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Realistically, Southampton, Bournemouth, Wolves, probably.
Southampton, Bournemouth, Wolves.
Yeah, I think Wolves could go down.
Why
bro.
Wolves? I think there's worse teams there. I think you're missing one. Look, we're facing Leicester, of course, but Leicester's been. We're talking about the final 10 games. They haven't changed the manager. They've still got some quality players where you might think they pull through.
I think something. Yeah,
this will be hard, but I think it's going to be Forest. I think Forest are going down. I think Forest are going down.
I think Forest could too. Let me not.
I think for me, it's going to be Forest, Bournemouth, and Southampton.
Okay.
I think Forest will go down based on their away record, based on the fixtures as well, because they've got some extremely difficult games coming up. So it's gonna be hard for them to stay up. I think it's gonna be Forest, Bournemouth, Southampton. But Everton, a decent shout. I don't think Wolves will go down, even though they're a weird side because you'd think that ever since they got Lopetegui that they will just move forward. But then again, they haven't really. Like they lost against Leeds recently at home as well. They've had some weird results, so they're not 100% safe, but I think it'll just be
now is
them
not
three.
the time for weird results, man. For real.
Yeah, exactly. No time for weird results. So I went for 12 points. You went for 13 points. Let us know in the comment section how many points that you think Palace will pick up in our next 10 games. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Let's keep the channel growing. It takes a second of your time and it's much appreciated. The preview for the Leicester game, if you haven't already done so, should be out depending on when you're watching this. Already, so make sure to go check that out. We speak about the game in depth, about some players that need to step up, might be even like some Wilf speak about anyways on that show. So if you have enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and until next time, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.